father was captain of a starship for 12 minutes.
He saved 800 lives, including yours.
I dare you to do better.
You guys are
do you practice with the chair in front of the mirror? You're sitting down, you had it nailed.
Thank you. No. What I will say about the chair is it's fucking cavernous. And I'm a little guy. And every time I sat in the chair, I felt like, like you're 8 years old and you're trying on your dad's shirt for the first time, and it looks good, but it just does not fit at all. That's kind of the only thing that's the only comparable experience I can say it was like. It was a lot of fun, and even being a non-fan, I kind of felt the thrill of doing it for the first time. It was kind of a treat.
Green Lantern, is that a go?
Not true at all.
Okay.
I met the director, but not an offer or anything like that.
Were you a big fan of the original then?
I wasn't a big fan growing up. I was more a fan of George Takei, and his presence on television was a big thing for me. Growing up in an Asian household, we just screamed, look at this guy on the television, it's happening, there's an Asian guy on TV, and so it was such a positive portrayal and such a positive show, so just really meaningful for me to be connected with that.
You will always be a child of two worlds, and fully capable of deciding your own destiny. The question you face is, which path will you choose?
It's hard moving between Sylar and Spock. Evil Man sort of one of the best men.
It felt like a pretty organic progression, to be honest with you, because even though the characters in a moral spectrum are sort of diametrically opposed, there's actually some overlap in terms of the fact that they both deal with deeply rooted internal conflict and a duality inside and a stillness and economy of movement. And so I was able to sort of appropriate that sense of how the characters carry themselves and just shift the point of view that they adopt in the world.
So how did it feel kind of putting on Nichelle Nichols' high boots?
It was very stressful at first, and then once I met her, she lifted a huge weight off my shoulders by telling us how proud she was, along with Leonard Nimoy as well, and how much they were happy and eager to see the next generation kind of like take over and reprise these roles and revamp the franchise.
So you're playing the most pissed off Romulan in the galaxy.
Surprisingly enough, a lot of fun. Obviously, it was a good, fun character to play, and it's not every day you get to be in a science fiction movie, and it's not the sort of film I ever thought I'd be in. So I just ate it up.
What's about the pressure of audience expectations?
I wasn't a huge fan when I started working on the movie, but I've sort of become a fan of Star Trek as a result of getting to know these characters and working with obviously these actors. It's a great group.
You're a proper Trek fan, so in terms of the canon, what does this rate up against?
I think as a film it's up there with the best of them. I think it's up there with Khan, it's up there with the Star Trek fans' favourite film is usually Wrath of Khan, the non-Trek fans usually Voyage Home. My favourite's Wrath of Khan. I think First Contact's a great movie. But I think this one is up there. I wouldn't flatter myself as much to say that it beats Khan, because Khan is sacred, but it's up there.
It's broken the curse. It's an odd number.
I know. I said it myself. I broke it. Who knew that I would be the one that broke that curse? Not solely.
And you've got the last part of the trilogy to finish off with Edgar.
At some point, yeah. I don't know when, but yeah.
Any news on that yet?
No, yeah. Edgar's doing Scott Pilgrim in Toronto, which I think is going to be one of the greatest films ever made. And unfortunately, we'll be able to get together maybe at the end of this year and start writing.
So would you like to return to the role? Do you think a bit more action for Bones?
Yeah, you know what? If this film is successful and it finds an audience that appreciates it and loves it and has such a wonderful time watching it as we had making it, we would all love to come back.
James T. Kirk was a great man, but that was another life.
They're locking torpedoes.
Emergency evasive! Fire everything!